We beat the Detroit Pistons! And we can tell everybody, you can tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Anyway, thankfully we beat the goddamn Pistons. Beautiful win against a 3-win team, even though it was in crunch time and it was ugly as hell. We got the win done, thankfully, as Steph had a clutch night today. And he's been kind of hit or miss in the clutch. The stats look great, but he's had some hit or miss games in the clutch, in my opinion. And I mean, if you don't count the Nuggets games, especially, he would have been sensational in the clutch. But well, those Nuggets games unfortunately exist also, right? Nonetheless, I have talked about Steph overhunting his sometimes and playing too much hero ball at times, but today I thought we actually ran some plays with Podziemski handling the ball down the stretch with some screen actions and Steph getting good matchups into rhythm, into good rhythms, of course, and into his, signature step back shots. So still really tough shots, but he made them tonight. And like I said, they were much better schemed, much better rhythm, and it just felt better today. So shout out to Steph for willing himself into a great fourth quarter with a really good, fourth quarter after a really rough game otherwise. And the same goes to Klay Thompson, man, the other splash bro. I've liked the attitude, third game since he had to talk with Kerr, and I once again liked what I saw from Klay. He did shoot 6 of 18, but I liked most of the shots. I think I did not like 1 or 2 shots, which I think is out of 18 shots really good. Unfortunately, he did not have it go in, but he did not let it affect him on the other hand, which was the good thing to see. He was really great defensively, especially down the stretch where he had some huge plays, on defense. One block and one sensational help defense situation from Klay Thompson today. So, Klay, I love what I'm seeing with these last 3 games. Keep it up, my boy. It's great to see. And now to the main stories. First, let me see Chris Paul. Chris Paul will miss some time with a fractured left hand and will have surgery next week, which means more Podziemski, more Corey Joseph, and most likely Moses Moody getting some minutes in the rotation, which he got chance today from Chase Center, and Kerr put him in the fourth quarter, which was rather weird because Moody did not look really ready for it and had a weird fourth quarter, but he did play 5 minutes in there, and it was just interesting. Anyway, it means we'll see more Podziemski, a bigger role for him, probably more Corey Joseph, since, well, we just like to play with 2 ball handlers 95% of the time, which could change, of course, once Draymond returns. It could open up some lineups for more Draymond, Wiggins, Kuminga, Draymond, Moody, Kuminga, Wiggins, I don't know, right? Draymond should help us open up a lot more possibilities, hopefully, as the primary secondary ball handler, playmaker. Nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see until Draymond gets back and is back in shape and back in shape. Hopefully he's in shape, but back in the lineup, of course. And then we had the Kuminga story. I made a video about it yesterday. There was the article that he was losing faith in Steve Kerr using him right, which I really agreed with because, well, against Denver, where we blew that lead, he was sensational and he saw 19 minutes. And today I felt like Kerr kind of overplayed him for it, right? He played the season high 36 minutes, and I didn't think he was really good in the second quarter. He also had a toe injury, which he seemed to have, which he appeared to, how do I say that in English? Fucking hell, re-aggravate. I can't pronounce that word, but he seemed to re-injure the toe or just be in pain in the first quarter. So in the first half, Kuminga looked really solid. He looked really good, but in the second half, he was kinda not aggressive enough, and had some rough turnovers, some rough defensive possession, especially in the clutch defending Kate. He did not do that great of a job. In one of those shots, of course, Bogdanovic just made a tough-ass shot over him, but I did not love his defense down the stretch tonight. Nonetheless, he played season high minutes, and him and Kerr seem to have a good talk. He just wants to, figure out how to play with Wiggins more together because he feels like it's needed, and that he deserves, of course, those minutes. So we'll see what happens there. But He had a new haircut and gave us some good minutes. Felt like he was also a little unlucky with some of his passes because he had some really good passes today, and the Splash Bros were just not knocking them down. He was good for 6 assists today, and he had 1 assist to 4 turnovers, unfortunately. And we even saw a lineup of Steph, Klay, Kuminga, Wiggins, and Trace that actually I felt like did really well. I'm not sure if the plus minus agrees with me, but I thought they did really well in the second quarter to give us some cushion. Then Kuminga got subbed out for Chris Paul, who then got hurt in the third quarter, so that was that. Podziemski, once again, huge momentum shots in the third, and in the fourth quarter he had one huge shot because he just makes, man, he just is a good basketball player. He just has great basketball feel, and with Chris Paul now out, we'll need him. And like I said, more playing time for him, likely more playing time for Corey Joseph, who, of course, checked into the game in the third quarter instead of Moses Moody. And I think to no one's shock really, because we just play 2 ball handlers at most times, and that's the lineups. That's how we play, right? It's Chris Paul, Podziemski, Steph, Chris Paul, Steph, Steph, Podziemski. And now it was Podziemski with Corey Joseph and Steph with Corey Joseph for a bit. And you get it because he's a really good defender for his size, and that's how we want to play. So that is that. And of course, we saw Moody after the Chase Center ovations and chanting. So good to see Moody. Hopefully he gets more chances with Chris Paul out and shows out, man. But it was just such a weird game, man. To finish out the performances, Dario once again had a great night offensively. He had 17 points today. Trace had a solid outing again, once again, 11 and 9 against Big Jimbo. James Wiseman. Looney played just 12 minutes today. Wiggins played just 18 minutes today, which was intriguing. And I thought it was deserved, even though Looney played all right, I would say, today. But it's good to see them adjusting to playing those guys less minutes when they are not playing that well. Hopefully it's a trend and not just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It was just such a weird atmosphere, weird game overall. The first half was filled with such, felt like angst or just weirdness with the Kuminga situation. Then the Chris Paul injury, the Moody chanting. I don't know, man. It was just a weird experience, but at the end we got the win. Steph had a great fourth quarter. They had a great talk with Kuminga. Steph also said that Kuminga deserves more playing time. He definitely does, but he needs to also keep those things more indoors. So I felt like this eventually could be a blessing in disguise, but who knows, right? We'll just have to wait and see. We play the Raptors on Monday, and Draymond should be back afterwards pretty soon, because he should be returning to the facility, I'm pretty sure, sometimes next week. And we have 2 days off between the Raptors game and then we play the Pelicans at home once again. So, intriguing times ahead, man. Intriguing times ahead. As always, man, thankfully we won. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. Love yourselves as much as possible. And yeah, love and be, baby.